Evening, everyone. I'd like to call the special council meeting to order. Those that choose to do so, please join me for the pledge and prayer. Teresa, would you like to lead us in the prayer, please?
Father, we come before you in the name of Jesus, and Father, we thank you and praise you for this evening, and thank you for the opportunity to be able to meet. And Father, I just pray that you just give us wisdom and guidance in all things, and help us to make the right decisions that's going to benefit the town. And Father, I just pray that you just keep your hand and keep your blessings upon us, and keep us all in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Please send the pledge, Michael, please.
Sure. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. What you need? That's stuff for you to sign.
I was looking for the other. No.
Oh,
Oh, no. I don't know. Let her share yours. I'll print yours.
what, the agenda?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I couldn't find,
Yeah, that's no problem.
can't figure out where the rest of them are.
Okay, that's okay. Okay, welcome again, everyone. I'd like to let the record reflect that council is in full attendance with the exception of councilpersons Bass and Skeens, who are unavailable, but we do have a quorum. Under new business, first item is the discussion and approval to hire Mikhail Balsi as a part-time officer. Chief Patrick.
Okay, this evening I'd like to present Mr. Mikhail Bozay for employment for part-time. He and I had a one-on-one interview, and he is a West Virginia State Certified Police Officer. He's been out of the academy for just a little over a year. He is full-time employed with the West Virginia State College Police Department. He's seeking part-time with us and potentially full-time down the road if we can budget for it. Mr. Bozay is a graduate of a Central High School in Maryland. He's also a four-year graduate of West Virginia State Institute with a Bachelor's of Science, and he also holds a master's degree from the Grand Canyon University, and that's also in the Master's of Science. His references speak highly of him. One of his references is actually one of our employees, Officer Jeff Clear, and he does come highly recommended for employment. And I believe that he would be a great asset to the department if council would approve and seek my motion for approval for hire.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions for him, he can answer for you.
It's Bozay, I'm sorry, I mispronounced your name.
Nobody gets that right, sir. That's not a big deal. Blame my parents.
Yeah. Thanks for coming. I'll turn it over to council. Any questions you might have?
How long have you been in office?
It's been a year, certified year. I've been 2 years. I got here 2 years ago, but certified for a year.
Okay. I looked, like I was telling Chief Patrick, I'm looking at your recommendations. It's sterling. With the people that would recommend him, he's a good to go.
Thank you.
What made you interested in law enforcement?
Oh man, I've always wanted to be in law enforcement. I just had to take a detour because I was at a Army officer, lieutenant,
Oh, okay.
and most of the soldiers usually come back home usually be a officer, so I sort of wanted to go that route, and then I decided to go nonprofit route. So it's always been a big thing of mine to kind of work within my community, always. So I accomplished that eventually. I had to be sold on it because I'm about to be 38, and last year is when I went to the academy, and I think it was 3 of us who were the oldest. Yeah, 3 of us were above 35, and we competed all those 19,
But you
20-year-old
whooped them,
kids.
didn't you?
Yeah, oh, I held my own. I held my own. I did.
Thought you were younger, a lot younger than me. Still younger than me, but I thought you were like in your 20s.
Oh, thank you so much. Tell my wife you said that. Yeah.
Oh, 38 is young.
Oh, it is young, but I thought he was in his 20s.
Are you originally from this area? Do you live here close or?
I live in Charleston, ma'am. I'm originally from Maryland, like you said earlier. So that's where I was raised and went to school. And then I came to Western State to play football many years ago.
Okay, okay.
Well, sounds good. Any other questions?
I was gonna say, even at 38, that would sprinkle some youth into the department, so that would be good.
Yeah.
And with your full-time schedule working at the college down there, and I went to state and everything, so I understand how it works. What would be easier schedule-wise, days, nights, evenings for you?
We actually going over my schedule right now because over there they had me working sort of nights, and I usually have 3 days on, but I'm gonna talk to my chief about it once everything can get situated, so to help my schedule be a little more flexible. But my days off it just depends. I'm gonna give them some.
Gotcha.
stuff on that.
That's good. Okay. Do we have our vehicle back yet, Chief? Okay, good.
Yeah, we're back up to, 4 vehicles.
Okay, okay. Sounds good. I haven't heard anything from the county yet as far as the new
I
vehicle.
don't think those are released yet.
Yeah.
It may be a while.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, and one other thing that I did fail to mention, Mr. Bozay is also a certified addiction counselor. as
Oh,
well.
okay.
That's great.
That could help us with the movement we're doing with Prestera. He could be an asset to Prestera and Regina.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is really,
And coincidentally, like we talked, they're getting ready to release the opioid, funds, and that is one of the directives of that fund, to use for addiction relief and counseling. So maybe able to work out something there, but that'd
Yeah.
be great. Any other questions, of the Chief or Mr. Bozay?
Just one thing, if you're hired, would there be some weekends that he could work in there? Because I noticed on the schedules, you got 2 police officers pretty much works every week.
Yes, and like Mr. Bozay said, we was in the middle of going over his schedule, and
Yeah.
then we looked up and it was 6 o'clock. So we came in.
Okay.
And I do plan to rotate the schedule.
I've just
Hopefully-
noticed that. I didn't know if they
Yes.
asked for those days but to me, I've worked my whole life and I don't think nobody wants every weekend.
Right,
Okay.
and it is my plan to do something that's not very usual for our department, is to rotate the schedule every 3 to 4 months to give everybody a break.
Yeah.
well, that also
Commissioner
gets everybody, different people do different things.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes,
Don't make
community
us
break,
look
too.
so predictable.
I know, but I mean, different people go through and see different things at night, and I mean, I know
Well,
I-
not only that.
Sounds good,
but-
BJ.
But,
Yeah.
but
with you.
people that's out too, they start picking up routines and people
Right.
and.
I'm the one signed right here.
No, I think that's Ruth.
Okay.
And we'll have to get, Francis can sign it, another officer.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll work. Okay, any other questions? Comments? Hearing none, do I have a motion to employ Mr. Bozay as our new part-time officer?
I'll make a motion to hire.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, give it to her.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations.
Thank you guys.
Welcome.
Thanks, sir.
Welcome to
Marmot.
the Marmot team.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Sir.
We'll get you
Okay.
sworn in and get you badged up.
Look at this here. Okay, thanks, Chief. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is the approval to create a bank account to receive the revenues from the opioid settlement. We received a direction today from the Attorney General's office in conjunction with the State Auditor's office that we must set up a new bank account to handle the opioid settlement fees. And that fund number was also assigned. That'll be fund number 26. General fund is 001. It's like all the other governmental funds, the payments will require 2 signatures as usual. And we were directed to use specific expenditure line to identify those outgoing costs and expenses out of the fund. So it's a pretty tight-knit directive, and so I immediately called the bank, City National, and they've already began the process of setting up the account. So if it's approved, we'll need to provide the minutes, for
Okay,
that. But they do have the agreement here.
Did we setting up a new one, or did we?
No, they required a new one
Oh,
completely.
required a new one.
Yeah. So the account agreement was signed by the four current signatories on the other accounts. It does require Ruth to sign as our office manager, secretary, and another officer, and I'll ask Francis to do so if I might. Just to certify that we signed the agreement. I'll turn this in tomorrow, and probably won't be active until we have the documentation from this meeting to the bank, but.
Not sure when, at least we're getting to the point, maybe they'll start
Right.
getting them out.
Yeah, we'll get that to them. I don't, it is impending, but it'll be probably weeks before we get, and it'll be directly deposited through the state. Yeah.
So we need
So we do need a motion to approve this bank account and the accompanying directives to do so. Do I have?
I'll make a motion.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll make a second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
So this-
Opposed?
This is the motion to open the account and then approve the directives required by the,
By the
State.
Attorney General and State Auditor. Yep.
Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate that. No, this for Ruth to sign. Okay. Next item on the agenda, I thought it'd be a good idea to go ahead and put the annual retention pay discussion on this agenda. The November meeting's pretty late to distribute the funds, to our employees if we're going to do that. So I wanted to go ahead and put this on there. We have 10 full-time employees that are eligible, which would be employees that were on staff January 1 of 2023. And we have 2 regular part-time employees and 4 other part-time employees that work less frequently. So I wanted to have that discussion with council as to how to handle that. And those would be Eddie Chambers, who's very sporadic.
we always give them,
Okay, well,
to them, as far as I'm concerned, we keep.
that's why I wanted to bring it to council, because, some, Willard, he works crossing guard. Wayne Meadows, works, as our custodian. And, Josh Neal, who works less than 20 hours average per week, correct? Okay, so those were some exceptions, whereas, others, such as, Steve DeVise, he works regularly. And also, of course, and really, he's the only one that regularly works part-time. And then we got Bill Cooper, same boat as Lisa Bean. So what's everyone's preference? The 10 full-time, I think we had a discussion when we awarded the last time, but
Yeah,
we were thinking, what, 5 or 750? I can't really recall, but it
then
was
we changed.
considerably more. But I'm a little more skeptical with the budget this time.
Well, what would the budget,
What
Yeah,
would it
what-
handle?
yeah,
Well, we know we've had a lot of other expenses, of course, but I'd be inclined to go with maybe 750.
Sure.
750 and
full-time?
yeah, and 500, because after taxes, it's really not that much, to be honest. And our employees work extremely hard.
How many
So
hours does Steve work a week?
Steve DeVise?
Yeah.
Well, he works probably 25 a week.
Cause if he's consistently,
He's consistent, yeah.
well, I
Yeah,
mean,
Steve,
yeah, It's one of those, is it right to give him the same amount as the ones who don't work as much, or should he get a little bit more?
I'm agreeing with BJ on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
he's just where
well,
he's-
that's why I brought this,
Okay, well,
because-
there you go.
because I highlighted the ones that, like I say, worked a little more sporadically. So you could do 3 levels, you could do 750, 500, and 250. How's that sound?
I think that's.
Yeah, I think that
good.
sounds fair.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause I view Steve as a little different level than
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
somebody that barely works, yeah.
and you know, I think that's very fair.
Does that include our police officers too?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, it's all across the board.
So that would be, our 10 full-time employees would get 750,
Mhm.
and Steve would be 500.
Okay.
And then, Eddie Chambers, Willard, Wayne Meadows, Josh Neild, Lisa Bean, Bill Cooper would be 250.
What's that, 7?
7.
Okay.
Is that?
6 in it, or the
Let's see.
last one.
Yeah, that's 6. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I
Correct.
think that's fair.
Okay. That sound okay?
I'm good with it.
Okay, then do I have a motion to that effect?
I'll make that motion.
Have a motion, and do I have a second?
I'll make a second.
Motion and a second, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. That's good, and we'll get Roger to cut these, and of course, nothing comes out except your federal taxes. So that'll be good, and I can get it to the employees sooner rather than later. But I really do appreciate all the hard work they do, and they do a lot of work. All right, what's next?
Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, yeah, discussion regarding the Thanksgiving dinner. Let council weigh in. I think, you know, everyone absolutely is aware that we're renovating the community center. And it would really be pushing it and possibly risky, depending on how the floor goes, which is going to be installed this coming Monday, for us to do the dinner 6 days later. So, because of that, you know, I think we discussed the possibility of having a holiday dinner sandwiched in between Thanksgiving and Christmas. I think that'd be a great idea, and then we can open it up and kind of debut the rec center and have people in to join us for fellowship and to eat
So
dinner
it'll
there.
be like a sit-down dinner, so
Yeah.
just carry out like what we have
Yeah.
been through COVID.
I know you had that, Michael. I didn't mean to.
No, that's why I knew it needed to go on here, and I'd rather you talk about it and open it up. Yeah, we had discussed it before, just with the floor people coming with the 13th of November. And I think they're working, 5 to 6 days, and then it's got to dry for 72 hours. That really puts us against the clock as far as the dinner goes. We can't go after Thanksgiving. We can't go too early because there's work still being done down there. So had the idea of doing something where we had the Christmas parade. I believe it's Friday the 8th. Coming back Sunday, December 10th with a holiday dinner. And, of course, you know, the fire department would still deliver dinners. We can then open the rec up and have people come back in to eat if they would like to. But like I said, to still offer the dinner, but to just offer it as sort of a holiday deal. And we could do like a whole thing that weekend with Christmas. We get the parade on Friday, we have the dinner on Sunday. If we want to come back, you know, that Saturday night and then do something with a Christmas movie at the rec center, you could do stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, that would be fun.
So we can make it a whole weekend type deal in town. But that was kind of the idea thrown out there a couple weeks ago.
The 10th,
The parade?
the parade's the 8th.
That's what I said.
That's what he
Yeah,
said.
yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying.
Yeah, and
Sorry.
have,
No, you're
have
good.
the dinner on the 10th,
Yeah.
and
Right.
maybe do something fun that Saturday
Yeah,
on the night.
Yeah, I thought you said.
Oh, you're
that,
good.
Mm-hmm.
And
little
the dinner would run at like the same time. We had noon to 3. I think with what we've been doing, because I know years ago it was 11 and we didn't have anybody because most of the people was in church and we just really didn't have anybody, and it picked up at noon. So noon to 3. And I think Debbie's taking care of the food, and she's already got all that listed.
Michael, would it be a good idea
Yes,
to maybe get like Bill and Lisa, maybe, because Ruth kind of, to kind of wipe the slate clean and get a new list together for people? I mean, it's so old.
I agree with that.
Would it be
100%.
something they could do?
I've been dealing with that list for 20 years. And every year I hear that it's updated, it's fixed.
I have it, I have like that of names and it just, not a clue.
Well, here's the thing, like, there's names on that list of people that are deceased. There's names on that list of people that don't live at those addresses anymore. And I don't mind giving anybody a meal, but when you go up to the door and they have no idea why you're there, they just don't know because they haven't lived there very long. I don't think it'd be a bad idea at all. I know it took me years. Jerry Holman's address, you know, it was on the wrong California Avenue. Took that forever to get corrected. But no, I don't think it'd be a bad idea to purge that list, and then we got about a month. Let everybody know, and then start a new list because it's just
and get
out there.
updated addresses.
Yeah.
And of course, with some of the apartments and stuff, people come, people go.
Sure.
You know, so.
Right.
Well, they're not getting delivery. You're only going to deliver to people that aren't able to get down there, right?
Well, that's how it used to be in town. It used to be the elderly that they couldn't come out to go eat, and then over time it became, if you want a dinner, we'll bring it to you. That's what it became. Which I mean, that's fine, not a big deal. But
How many will actually come to the thing?
you usually get a pretty decent crowd.
Yeah, but I mean now, since it's,
Oh, I don't know. Post COVID, I don't know. Who knows?
with the past couple of years, just delivering it.
Right. But I mean, all you can do is offer it as a reopening of the rec, and people come in and they want to have a meal. I think that'd be
Yeah,
nice.
there'll be some that want to check out the wreck, and then
Right.
of course for some, because unfortunately COVID and flu and stuff's still going around. So if
Right.
someone's not feeling the greatest, at
Well,
least
they can also come pick it up.
I wouldn't want them to coming down there if they got.
Well, no, I meant just in
Yeah.
general, people come pick it up.
Yeah, they can have that option too. So
Well, that's why I say I think the good thing to do is at least just offer it.
yeah, just
Give them the option. If they like to come in and eat, that'd be great. If they'd like to just take it home, that'd be great. Whatever they feel comfortable doing. But that was the idea thrown out there originally, having it on December 10th, the dinner, noon to 3, as a holiday type dinner. And what's everybody think about that?
I think it's a good idea.
I think it's a good idea.
yeah.
I will say, I think what we might want to do is try to push the word out as much as possible. People don't expect a dinner on Thanksgiving,
Right.
and maybe if we can get because our new sign won't be installed by then. If maybe we could rent a sign for a couple weeks and put it out front that says, a holiday dinner here, November 10th or December 10th, something like that, just out front so just people,
Town resident.
yeah.
I mean, that might be changing the date and having it like that kind of thing from now on, like the whole weekend. Yeah, you have, making it a whole weekend,
Not
like
bad idea.
holiday.
Yeah, that could maybe be an option because I know Living Faith always has a Thanksgiving dinner for all the residents too. So anyone's welcome to come, and it's usually a week before Thanksgiving too.
Mhm. I think it's a good idea, and maybe we could, decorate the community center festive way. and-
Oh, yeah, Ruth and I are already,
Okay.
Ruth's gonna tell me what.
Well, but that's good. And but like I said, the biggest thing I think is just getting the word out on every possible medium we can. And don't want anybody to be disappointed, but I think we've got a month. I think we could do that.
Yeah.
Everybody, what do you think? I mean,
Yeah.
because really, to do it on, it's just risky. I think the floor will go fine, but
Why push it?
yeah.
Well, the drying of it for 72 hours, that's the question.
Well,
That's what kinda gets you.
and the lines, the painted lines, that's
Right.
the thing that has to dry.
And if we weren't doing the kitchen, it'd be one thing,
Yeah,
because then it wouldn't matter.
right,
But doing the kitchen, overhauling that kind of changes things.
true.
And I know years ago that the fire department was used for the dinners, but there's not a ton of space.
Yeah,
Women's club same way. So I think this would be a
Yeah.
good thing.
I think it's a good alternative.
Yeah.
Really do. Okay, well, let's see, do we need to establish a budget for that, for the decoration and the sign, or you think it'd be prudent for us
think-
to do it, and if we didn't use
The
it, so
sign
be it?
would probably be a good idea.
Yeah.
The decoration, I mean, I don't know.
Decoration should be down there. I mean,
Well,
well, Francis, was it me, you, and Debbie down there last year,
Yeah.
putting up the tree and everything?
Well, I didn't help put up the tree and stuff. But now, as far as decoration of table, I have bought tons of stuff.
Okay.
The dances, there should be tablecloths and all that stuff down
Okay.
there.
Okay.
So we
They
shouldn't
should.
have to buy
Yeah.
very much.
Shouldn't
So just
have
the
to
sign,
purchase
maybe.
very much.
I wonder what those even rent for. I don't,
Mm. Probably not gonna be anything that we go over.
What, run it for a week? You know, a week out, you think that'd be sufficient? Along with all our other efforts to get the
Yeah.
word out.
Yeah.
Think
I
it'd be
want to
good?
say it's very little, because when we've had to go down and get it for a few days, things like that, when work was being done on the railroad
Yeah.
there a few years ago, I don't remember that. It wasn't. I don't remember being much of anything, really. So,
Well, how about 250? And if we don't, I mean, you know.
Be
Say
fine.
500, just to be sure.
All right. Then, okay, do we have a motion then to move our dinner to the holiday dinner concept on December 10th with a budget for advertising of $500?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll make a second.
Motion and a second. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
That includes the budget?
Yes.
500.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't, making sure that was right in
Well, just in case, you know.
Mhm.
Okay.
there. Bonfire.
Okay, planning for the next bonfire. Councilperson McGee.
Yeah, Mayor, if you're okay with it, the next time we have a bonfire, and I was thinking about this, whether we do something around Christmas time, which we've done in the past in town, or we do it next year, I would like the responsibility of taking that on, if you're okay with it.
Makes sense.
Because but there's no questions or concerns or anything like that as far as safety or what state law states what you need, what DEP states what you need during this time of year. That way there's no issues, anything like that, no confusion, and I can get with Brian, I can get with the fire department, we can just lay out what we need, and hopefully be no issues if you're okay with it. I'd like to take that on.
Now, I did speak to Brian, and he's supposed to be coming up with a thing
Mhm.
for a fire pit.
He
Okay.
He
did,
sent me
yeah.
pictures stuff, so
Okay.
that's a start for that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's a piece of concrete culvert. I mean, it's
Mhm.
huge.
Yeah, he
That's what he
showed me.
said.
He showed me a picture today.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
and this is irrelevant, but you know, something future like that, especially at night. I've been intrigued with the, I guess the displays of the drones. You know how they
Oh, yeah.
make things.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
I think that would be awesome to have something like. I mean, people come out to see that. I think makes a different. I don't know. It's just
Do
amazing to me.
does anybody around here do that stuff?
I think
I
so.
know there's drones, but I don't know about the
Well, I know
show
there's
drones.
people down there close to where I live's got one, and she's constantly putting things from here in Marmot that they
Oh,
do
no, he's talking about where there's,
Yeah, I
where they actually do a
understand.
show and they watch it.
with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I was saying. Somebody like that's already got experience with it may know more about
Oh,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Might know.
You know what
know
I'm saying?
from-
Where you could get that at or
Which-
more about it.
Just something to think about because
Mhm.
that'd be a nice new
It
element.
would be.
Yeah.
It'd be
Yeah.
fantastic.
But anyway, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Do we take a vote? Do we need a vote, you think, on the bonfire?
I just asked if you're good with it. I
I
wouldn't
don't think
mind
we need a vote. on that.
taking it on. Okay. All right.
Okay. Is that the last item I think?
No, the,
Christmas parade.
The parade.
Oh, okay.
Francis, you've got, Lisa and Bill are working on this, aren't they? If I remember correctly, at one of the meetings we talked in, they were supposed to be,
Lisa, Bill, myself, and then Terry joins us, and we've been working on different things.
Yeah.
Parade's been one of them, and I've had several people call or anyone sign up for the parade.
okay.
Now, as far as reaching out to them, I know that was put on our little group chat the
Yeah.
other day. Somebody may have a list.
Yeah,
We would
whatever
love to
Becca
have
did
that.
last year.
Yeah, that we could re-invite. I know I got a phone call today, and I was at work, and she was from the health department, and first thing I panicked. And she said, "I'm gonna be in the parade." And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, why is the health department calling me on my private phone? But anyway, and they were signing up, went to sign up, Canal Health Department did. So, but I've had several people already called.
Okay.
And that was the thing, the time. Is it a 6? Is that when we have the parade?
No, we moved it,
I don't remember.
I think we did 6, cause, we do 6, cause if we go 7, it's just too late on the kids. So we did 6.
That's what I was
Because
thinking.
that was something we were kind of having a little
Yeah, and
about last year was,
about an hour, and then that way it gives see it more time for the kids at the rec building
Yes,
and Santa Claus.
yes.
So stay
That's
at 6
right.
o'clock.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
line up between 5:30.
Between, well, it depends on, I don't know, they sit there for a while if they come between 5 and 5:30.
Well, 5:30.
5:15 and 5:30,
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you all.
Yeah.
When we
I
talked
think
about, I
you-
was like, I thought Lisa and Bill were working on it.
Like I said, we have a meeting. We all just kind of group together and talk.
Can you get, I know you messaged the people about the train last,
Hmm.
can you try to message it and
Yeah, let me make a note.
The train, and then Reed will get the traffic thing for DOH.
Oh, yeah,
to
she
get
takes care of that.
done. But usually, like things like that, we usually put my phone number out there because where Bill works and Lisa works, and people can't really contact them during the day. And then when they get off, they don't want to be bombarded with a bunch of phone calls to try to return for just somebody saying, I want to be in the parade.
Yeah.
So that's the reason my phone number's out there for things like that. So. And Bill did get the scarecrows down this evening because people were stealing the clothes off of them. So anyway, those are down and stored away.
Okay.
Sunbelt is $325 a day.
Yeah, that don't sound
Cheap.
I'm looking, I mean, that might be,
Have you want to check down here for Quantum where we get all the other
oh, do
stuff?
they have that kind of stuff?
I don't know, but it'd be worth a shot.
Yeah,
And
actually, did
they
I?
would probably give us a good deal since we do so much
Much
with them. And I know this is not on the agenda, but I do want to throw this out. I have got with a carnival, this will send me a contract for us to look over for next year.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
I wonder if DOH would loan us a nice sign.
They might.
It might.
They got some nice ones now, not just those old, you know.
We've used DOH in the past, I know,
Oh, that's
so.
can't hurt.
They can't do no more, say no.
Yeah. Okay.
With that lineup, with the parade, it might not be a bad idea to do 5 o'clock because some of them get there early anyway, judging by the history of it, especially ones with the bigger floats. So that may not be a bad idea. And any fire truck or fire departments I invite, and I'll keep it kind of small. I'll still have them go to Kroger's. So,
Okay. So pretty basically what we do for Labor Day, do the same thing for,
yeah, and I won't, like I said, I don't send a big invite out for that. I just really local and
Okay.
usually get a handful. But
No,
yeah, I can just,
did
usually
the-
somebody calls me and says go ahead.
Yeah.
So.
Usually the big stuff we have.
Yeah, because Santa was up there last year with
Yeah,
us.
well, Santa, yeah.
Yeah.
That's-
So we
Are
had,
they gonna do that again?
yeah,
They are?
yeah.
Okay. But we stage, the big stuff we stage up there.
They had the party bus last year too, right? The kids and everything jumping
No,
around
they
there. I thought that
didn't
was
have
last year.
that.
I thought that was last year.
That was a couple years ago. They had that train thing.
Is my mind not working? I thought that was last year.
I need to tell him.
Because we were
he
right
needs-
behind the bus and because I was laughing.
I've been telling him that he needs to just buy him one.
Yeah, okay.
I'll message Nick.
I thought it was last year. Okay.
When are we gonna judge the decoration?
Becca's taking that over.
Okay.
So,
Probably a good time to announce too that we don't have any say in that.
I,
We don't vote on that.
I'm not.
So nobody comes over and kicks the door in City Hall. I just,
I'm
nobody, we don't,
I have nothing.
none of
it's
us
no
do.
longer
I know,
mine.
none of us do. I know.
It's no longer mine. I'm no longer dealing
We
with
don't judge it or anything.
You want me to drive the judges around at
Talk to Becca.
It gets pretty serious around here over that
Yes,
stuff. You might want to.
I'm done with it.
Yeah, but.
Yeah.
did you see him egging his car?
What do you
Speaking of
mean I didn't? I got second place.
Speaking of decorations, I think we're about a week and a half out getting the new bucket truck.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
We
the
do?
the bed's on. They're waiting on something to mount the bucket, but then we'll be able to get our decorations up. That'd be nice.
Sir. Yes, sir. 12 to 3.
Another item that wasn't necessarily
Oh,
on there.
speaking of that, by the way, before I forget, we do it every year, but I'd just like to confirm it. If we have leftovers, as I normally do sometimes, is everybody good with that going to the nursing home? As we normally have? Okay. I know they appreciate it every year if we have it.
I want to make sure, I know everybody fusses about the homeless, but we make sure and feed them. I mean, you know what, I'll truck down there to the beach or wherever to give them food. I mean, it's, you know,
Well, I don't think we've turned anybody away.
oh, I
It's
know,
come
but
in,
I just want to make sure,
you know.
I don't think that, some of them I don't think was like exactly felt
Comfortable kind.
coming in. I
Right.
mean, I'll go find them. just to.
I think the only people that's been turned away, like people that's messages wanting, like, lives in like Cabin Creek wanting a delivery. That happens a lot. That's about it. But the people that come in or around there, we haven't turned anybody away. So,
Yeah, no one's been turned away. It
Right.
just, I'm just telling everybody,
Right.
I'm going to be, you know, one of the, okay, me and Chuck,
Any word? I know Brian's not here, of course, but any word on the Star repairs? Anybody heard anything?
No.
I've checked.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
are you gonna, contact not DMV?
DOH?
DOH,
Yeah.
I said DMV,
I got that in the train.
okay.
Better make a note on the Star. Okay. And I'm gonna pick food up, Sam's.
Are you gonna pick it up?
Yeah, I mean, I don't care, that's fine. But Ruth's gonna order it and I'll pick it up. And on the fridge, I thought, well, we could just wait until later, you know, to look at the new fridge. I mean, they've got them, about 6 foot, you know, wide. It's just whether or not the ice maker will fit around the corner, which I think it will, but I'll have to measure it all. And it's kind of buried now, I can't get to it. But anyway, we can do that later.
Oh, that's another thing, right, if anybody, we need a chair for Santa to sit in.
What did
What
we
did he
use?
sit in last year? I didn't go.
The bench.
I was
That
gonna say,
actually
they
worked
took the
out
bench.
pretty
Yeah.
well
Did it?
because the kid, if they didn't want to sit on his lap, they could sit beside him.
Okay, okay.
It actually worked out pretty well.
So, we
Yeah.
took the bench down there?
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah,
okay, good.
decorated it and had the
That's-
tree behind. Yeah,
Cool
I
beans.
remember doing that the year before.
you were down there.
I know, stupid bit.
Yeah.
I've been worried for the past month looking for a chair on Facebook. I was looking through Facebook yard sale today, looking for a chair for Santa.
That bench worked out
Okay.
well.
Any other good and welfare of council?
One thing I'll add, I know we always do well with the the trunk or treat. I don't know about anybody else. I got quite a few complaints this year that we didn't have anything on trick or treat night from the town. I know some people came up to the rec center, of course, that's being worked on in the city hall, and there was nothing. Because I know the fire department got bombarded with kids. So it might not be a bad idea to do something, whether we sit out here and pass out candy bars or something that night.
I'd be glad to do that.
Yeah.
That was the whole thing of the.
We-
trunk or
I
treat.
know, but
But
I
the
know.
last couple of years when we did, and BJ and I did it last year.
And we
it
barely had
rained,
anybody.
And we hardly have
I know,
anybody.
I know.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
we,
So no matter
No.
what you do, you're not gonna
Right.
be happy. But now Chuck said he thought there was probably a couple thousand people came through trunk or treat,
all trunk or treat.
trunk or treat.
Oh, yeah.
Food, and then I've heard a lot of people say people residents said they didn't have as many trick or treaters as they've had in the past. But now trunk or treat was a huge success.
Oh yeah.
And we did about 250 people on the hay wagon rides. About 250. We averaged out per load, how many that went on per load. And everything there turned out, honestly, it turned out really well.
Yeah, of course, I don't know.
I was going to say, I've already lined up 2 tractors next year. I need to get another
Yeah.
trailer.
Yeah,
And then way we seed them, next year we'll put a line right in the hay in the center. So all kids have to sit in the center and not on the edges.
That's
We
a good
only had
idea.
one load that had a problem. And I had a little bit of a problem with the dad before they went on the ride. And then when came back, the police officer came and told me that those 2 kids were hanging things off, putting their hands under the fender wells and little things like that. But that's the only incident we had. Through the whole thing, was the whole thing. But yeah, and we had a huge turnout as far as kids and parents, and everything went really well though. Really well.
yeah, I know the trunk or treat went well. Of course, I don't know, but I know my own self where I handed out candy. Since I have lived in my house, this year I had more kids than I've ever had. It was very busy, and then of course I know Living Faith did a trunk or treat about a week before, so
Well, I mean, kids have been, cleaning up. There's trunk or treats everywhere this
Oh
year.
yeah.
I mean,
Well, I think we
we had that when I was a kid. Goodness
I know.
gracious.
yeah, our kids basically had 3 trunk or treats this year.
Well, 3, honey, the week before and the week after. Good Lord, they were hyper.
Oh, well, yeah.
They
But no, but yeah, we all got bombarded. I ran out of candy. I had to bum some of Mom's, and then when I cleaned her out, Then I started handing out microwave popcorn.
As long as you weren't one of the raisin people. Always hated, you know, you get to a house, goodness, raisin, fine.
No,
But I hate raisins.
of course,
so.
I don't hardly have anything, but I have microwave popcorn for the kids, you know, 'cause, you know, where I've been dieting and stuff, so there was nothing else, so, but yeah, but no, I ran out of everything, cleaned Mom out, and then I had to start giving out microwave popcorn. They didn't care, they loved it. And I didn't see nothing on Facebook.
I only have one question. I'm not sure if it was last council meeting or the one before that. We kind of agreed or voted on, putting a mirror down there at the stoplight.
Yes.
They've asked if we know when we might get that put
Oh,
up.
that's a Brian question, cause he talked about it.
That's
Okay.
Because,
They sent me a message and asked
yeah,
about it, so.
Okay, I'll ask him.
Electric or whatever, the dam people. The locks, not the
who?
dam people.
Oh, I was gonna say, who are you talking about?
They wanted to put one in, didn't they? Or did they put one in?
They were doing one at the in the rec area, rec
Yeah,
center area.
Yeah, that's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the idea there Brian was talking about was doing the mirror and also some sort of stop sign for people coming out of 87th as well. To put it right there on the pole. But I don't know. I can ask him as well. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Any other good welfare? Anything online, Teresa?
I didn't see anything, no. I just
Okay.
checked again.
All right, then do I have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion.
Second, we
We're out.
are adjourned.
All right.
Thanks.